Hey, so I want to make a kind of like explanation of what's been going on throughout my whole life. So basically, they called me Enrique because they wanted me to be used as like a chicken, as like the blunt of like the scapegoat, and it's kind of sucks. Pretty much, my dad was a consultant, which consultants are pretty much scammers. They help big corporations uh, steal from smaller corporations, and they hide their services as consulting, and they try to scam as much to help the bigger corporations, and the smaller corporations think they're getting a good deal uh, talking to the consultant, but the consultant's always going to side with the biggest client. So he did that, except I was wanting to work for Google, do cancer research. um, but the real cancer was people who were taking jobs away from other people through automation. They wanted to get rid of those people, especially computer engineers. But I didn't know that at the time. And so they pretty much did that. And then I'll just skip to the good part. I might make a separate, I think I made a separate video, but like basically, um, I made a programming language called Phrase, and it uses the terminal editor on Ubuntu Linux. And I was doing this, and they they started hacking my phone when I worked for Megatrans because the douche there wanted to. It's another guy right now, but the current douche spied on me, or the spirits spied on me, and uh they pretty much he did like a little a fair presentation where everyone shares like what they've been doing, and I was going to share him like some ideas to build a cooperative, but he didn't want that. He wanted the programming language. So basically, he I didn't give him the programming language. I was going to present him the cooperative thing, and then the spirits, or like the phone, started hacking me, saying, "Don't do that. Don't." They didn't say don't do that. They just did a ton of weird distraction mirroring stuff, uh, basically. And they later I went back to Clemson after that. I started working on it. Then I went to Charlotte. I was afraid that I lost my job and I couldn't do anything. And then I went to Charlotte. Um, and then because I was in finance, I was trying to do the cooperative thing there. But then because I was in finance, they're like, okay, we're going to use this guy for an anti-woman, for people who are working in finance to not have girlfriends, which I agree. I think there are a lot of them are douchebags, but I wanted to work with them because I knew more about money and investment. But it was also for people who helped retire teachers, so it was a decent retire. I thought might have been a decent company. So they sabotaged me. They keep using me as a scapegoat because my name Pedro Enrique is chicken. Um, so they sabotaged me. They showed me a ton of videos from people. I thought like women are control. I mean they kind of do. They don't work as much as men, but that's changing now. So it used to be the case that I don't know. It's kind of a the women were just kind of scamming. They're using men to use them to work. So I thought like these women are causing all kinds of chaos. They're not dressing modestly. They're and but the thing is, the men are agreeing too. So, and the men have the guns. So I don't know. Like I don't know. It's more complicated than what I thought it was. But at the time, I thought it was women. But basically, I'm still making the language. I come back, and then uh Sam, I don't know, like I'm I'm I got pissed off at some video, and then they I can't even say. They told me the best spot to die, the best spot to die on earth. I can't say it again or they're going to hurt me as much as they did before. So basically, uh they pretty much started mirroring me, and then they through YouTube, like I'll do stuff through YouTube, and then what happened was I got closer to the language, and then this guy called Sam Altman from OpenAI started copying me. They started copying the same ideas as me, except they used like a brain. They pretty much just dissected a brain and then made an exact copy of it, and then called it an LLM. Uh, they pretty much did that, and they trained this brain to read a ton of stuff over like 6 months, and it gets it gets better at it. But it's just a human brain and put it copied into a silicon chip. Um, they pretty much started mirroring me, copying ideas from me because I'd come up with some tangent stuff from programming language. And then they eventually just decided to copy everything, especially after the spirits attacked me after the sun touched the earth. Uh, Except people keep wanting to build yachts, but the problem with the yachts is you're gonna crash into something eventually, and you have to have permission. So it just sucks because like there's like this billionaire that kept following me, not following me, but like I would follow him, and then he would reflect what I was like. We were in communication indirectly through the phone. Like I would see stories of him, and then it'd be exactly related to what I'm doing. So they kept using this billionaire for something because they saw that I was making like this really good advanced software. They just used me, and now Cloud AI and OpenAI they're just straight up stealing it completely. Uh, they don't care about that. There's a ton of crazy women that want to kill men using AI. They're just gonna release to the public so that everyone can fucking torture each other. Also don't care about job security. They want everyone to be suffering and dead, eating each other, for food. Honestly, the military should step in and kill these guys. There's no point in joining them. They'll just backstab you, and then they're just creating monsters that are just gonna come up and invade the planet that they came from, and they're not gonna help you. So I think these guys are just monsters. They should be tortured, and they're just evil.